Morning all, it's MJ Flynn 101 on Friday the 13th in the morning, the final day of the auction of the 49 Ford F1. And I'm sitting in the garage after hearing from Bring a Trailer that it may be ideal to show some of the operating systems and even maybe a running video of the vehicle. Unfortunately, I'm flying solo, so it's pretty tricky to hold a cell phone and drive this thing, just like any stick shift, which was one of the reasons I enjoyed having my teenage son driving it, because I knew he couldn't be on his phone. But nevertheless, I did think it was thoughtful of Bring a Trailer to suggest I give you some operating ideas. So with that said, I thought I'd start it up, go through a couple of the gauges, talk about the radio heater, etc., and be available for questions as you approach the final bidding hour of about 4 p.m. today, Central Time. So we'll start it up by turning the key and pushing the button. It often takes 2 hits to start it up, but I had it running a little bit earlier today. Tried this video once before, it was not so good. But you can see that the operating system, whether it be the temperature, the fuel gauge, oil, and the battery, all are in an operating position. If I give the accelerator a hit, you can notice that the generator registers a charge on the battery, so that's working properly. I have obviously the starter button here, headlights. This is actually a dashboard light. It's a manual dashboard light that you need to turn on when your headlights are on in order to get lighting backlit behind each of the various gauges. The radio is a period radio. It's a Mercury radio from a Mercury truck up in Canada. Same vintage though, 48 to 52 radio. My on-off button and then my various presets. It takes a minute for it to warm up, so I'll turn it on this station, and it may take 30 seconds or so for it to fire up from a volume perspective. I've got dial on here to adjust between music, speech, low noise. I even believe there's one that says fidelity on there. High fidelity, believe it or not, in an AM radio. So you can see it tuning in.
Stand behind our service work and in front of our brake jobs. At participating locations,
And it operates very effectively through all the presets. I'll leave it off for now, but I would like to also show you the heater system. Heater system has both a dial for speed, temperature, defrost, which means we'll divert the airflow up to the dashboard. I'll show you that in a second. And finally, the air volume. So if I turn it on, you may be able to note that it actually lights up a little bit. We have a fast and a low speed. By pulling out the temperature gauge, we're circulating hot water from the radiator through my heater box over here in the lower right-hand corner. And based upon what kind of airflow I want, I can pull this out, push it in, and that's how I adjust the velocity. In addition, the defrost button, by pulling it out, will send the airflow to these 2 outlets up in the dashboard. It's obviously a pretty simple system. I've added this turn signal, which also has flasher lights on it. You may have noticed in the write-up. The horn works and also raises always a smile or a chuckle among those you drive by. So that's what I've got for you today. I hope you bid well and bid often like we do in Chicago when we vote. And I look forward to answering any questions you may have on the vehicle throughout the balance of the day. Finally, before I forget, I'll show this arm, which is not only a light that is a spotlight, but is also a side view mirror. It was called out by one of the parties that was watching the vehicle and had a question on it. But yes, it is absolutely adjustable, as you can see. If I'm turning the knob inside the cab, not having to get outside and do any adjustments for some of those forward mirrors that are farther up on the fenders. That's it for today. Hope to see you online bidding on the vehicle. Be well.